All right, let's get this crate into space.
Hold while we scan your ship.
All ships, we have a hostile in orbit. Deadly force is authorized. This is a free start guard.
Deck.
If there's anything... Certainly. Was there? I hope we have what you need.
Welcome to the 3-Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. Scan complete. You're clear to land.
Over here!
The Freestar Rangers. You have no idea how happy I am to see.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened.
I was out planting in the fields when I saw some men approaching. They looked like soldiers with uniforms and weapons and such. They wanted to buy the farm. Didn't even ask if it was for sale. Their offer was so low, I told them right where they could stick it. They said they'd give me time to think about it, but if I didn't change my mind, I was gonna regret it. Then they left. Well, they sure as hell look like fighting men to me. Go see for yourself. They headed into the canyons back behind the house. That place is dangerous. Steep slopes, narrow trails, rock slides, and all manner of hostile creatures, too. If you're going after those men... Oh, there's one other thing. They said they were the first. The first of what, I'm not sure.
Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these. All right, deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Quiet out here. I like it. Nice shape.
Don't rush the scans. Wouldn't want to overlook anything valuable.
Keep your eyes open. We need to check the canyons behind the Wagner farm. If they were dressed like soldiers, they probably had boots on. That means we're looking for boot tracks. It seems strange that a group of soldiers would try to run a farmer off a struggling farm. We just need to find these men and ask them very politely. Beats the hell out of me. Can't imagine any reason for the Free Star Militia to be on Montero Luna. Of course, the fact that they look like soldiers doesn't necessarily mean they are. See you.
Are you certain that traveling into these canyons is wise? The route looks treacherous.
I grew up on a farm. Back when I was a kid, I used to love exploring and making maps. These canyons would have kept me busy for months. I'd have looked into every nook and cranny.
You better check your ammunition supply. It's clear that we're not the only things roaming these canyons.
pungent.
We have never hit a place this close to Aquila. Hell, they're right in that damn neighborhood.
The standoff at the bank ought to keep the marshal tied up for a while.
Wait, you mean that whole thing was a setup to keep the Rangers distracted?
That don't concern you. If the Rangers get in our way, then they get what they deserve. That's all you need to know. Now quit complaining and get back to your post. Well now, look who's here. Ms. Wagner called in the cavalry. Except it ain't much of a cavalry. I suggest you turn around and walk away while you still can. That's none of your damn business. Is that so? Well, we're mighty comfortable right where we are. What's more, we've got numbers. Seems to me you're playing with a weak hand. So, got any last words I should try to remember? Oh, I think it does. We've been found out! Don't let him leave here alive! What the?
Damn, that was a lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk. Are you okay? Really? Guess you've led a pretty exciting life. Maybe the less I know about that, the better. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find something that explains. Likewise. Find anything interesting? Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner know that she's safe. For now. Watch it!
What happened? Did you find those men? I'd always heard the Freestar Rangers were dependable, and now I've seen it. So who were they? And why do they want my farm? Hope Tech, the cargo ship company? Sorry, I don't... They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long. Of course. All the same, I'm grateful.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
Oh, Lord, not this again. I know exactly where you're headed, and you can just stop right there. You've helped us more than you could know. Thank you. Have a good one.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off the land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. I agree. Until we see the whole picture, we won't know if Miss Wagner is truly safe. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? I had a feeling you were no stranger to combat. Good thing, too, given the turn of events.
You can take the soldier out of the war, but you can't take the war out of the soldier. You carry that experience with you forever.
Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? All right. Says here the thief had help from someone inside Hope Tech. Ain't much to go on.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it anyway. Hell, it's our only lead. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our... She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you... Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my... This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about them. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cap. Good hunting.
Nicely done.
Just making my way.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Freestar Ranger Nia Kalu. If anyone is hearing this, system's failing. Need help. I repeat, need help.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. All right, that's it. Welcome to Hope Town.
Please tell me you're here to help, not to try and steal my ship. You need my help. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on merchant ships. Bastards got the drop on me. I ran them off, but they got a few good hits in. As you can see, I ain't in much shape to make repairs. I'll be fine once the pain medication kicks in. The priority right now is the ship. Can't do my job without it. Just patch her up enough to get to Hope Town. The rest can get fixed up there. Don't need to ask for that, I'd have helped you anyway. Since you're new, here's a lesson for you. Rangers look out for each other.
We hear you, loud and clear, Nia.
Thanks. That should get me home. Good. There aren't many of us out there. So it makes all our lives easier when we can help each other out. Now let's talk about those outlaw ships. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. But if they make it back to their hideout, I might never find them again. We can't let that happen. They look to be heading for Polville's moon Miatha. Good hunting.
We lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
active space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. You're good to go.
Look at you! I can hardly believe it.
It's great to see you. How is Ma?
Oh, same as usual. Except now all she does is goes on and on about how her youngest has made it. Tells everyone you met the Ron Hope.
I mean, Ron Hope's, well, friendly. And incredible. But everyone on the factory floor bumps into him on occasion. It's not that big of a deal.
My brother, the big shot at Hope Tech.
Let's get you settled in.
Excuse me. A little desperate here. This is such a long shot.
I remember meeting Ron Hope once. Idealistic and perhaps a bit of a dreamer. But you have to admire what he's accomplished.
I'm just great. Grand, really. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse. Where to start? So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. It just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face? Are you serious? Well, so I just got assigned to the Markab. The first shipment? Slag steel. Nothing special. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Spacers, Freestar security, the works. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since. I don't know. I was just flying for my life. But some bad people want it. It gets even worse. A tracker just landed and I just know he's hunting a bounty. Me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship. But my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the... The company is, well, a real train wreck. I'm amazed they even have my last name. For once, working for such a dump is a good thing. You are the best! He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe.
Okay. Hello.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened them up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
I could offer double shifts. It'll push payroll pretty high, but I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember? It's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Burchett. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Freestar Rangers. At last! Damn good to see you. I think we're done here, Burchett.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Freestar Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done. That's good news. I'll send my... Of course, that doesn't mean your work is... I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent... I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. I'm glad we understand each.
I'm not certain why you choose to back this Freestar elitist snob, but that's your choice. I'll back your play, but I don't have to like it.
Now, tell me that you've at least... Though what happened after the ship was taken doesn't concern. What does concern me is making sure that this doesn't happen. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help. Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness, what's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown and start planning the next... What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hope Tech holds its employees to the very high... Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette... Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people... We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I Think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief... No, nothing at all. It was just not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hope Tech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the... Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes. Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust. And my workers...
Well, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm sure the burden of responsibility for your workers is an inconvenience, but the deputy has responsibility.
Despite what you think, I have great respect for the badge and the... But my primary concern is for the well...
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. He's a little different than the rest of us, but... he should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there. No problem. Good luck on Neon, Deputy.
You should stick to the main plaza, unless you like getting soaked by the rain.
Industries help you get there.
application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
Word is the Borealis. Yeah.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, huh? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here, but this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. Yeah, about this isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't care. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace and make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
Law enforcement isn't exactly welcome in Neon, but that shouldn't deter you from your duty.
That would be Benjamin Bay. He's out to squeeze every credit he can from the people of this city. And he doesn't much care who gets hurt in the process. He's also got a seat on the Council of Governors, which proves that if you've got enough credits, you can buy anything. Good.
I can't believe this. You're shirking your responsibility based on what this fool thinks. You have a...
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on shit. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? There's a sort of fragile peace here. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist. Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. You learn quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. Hostages or not. There are two things you don't do in Neon. One, you don't mess with Bayou's money, and but you understand that, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and you'll fit right in.
Oh, I do not get paid enough to deal with stuff like that.
How are things going? Not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough. If I just had more time, I could take some of the pressure off.
Hey, Billy. You got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Right out of the factory? Damn, that's pretty impressive. Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other, you know what I mean?
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that he's asking for something in return.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
Well, that's terrible. You shouldn't be responsible for your brother's debts.
Yeah? Well, tell that to Goodman, because he doesn't seem to care. He just wants his money. The only one that matters around here, the Seoka Syndicate. They pretty much run the city. But that being said, rumor has it that Emmett Goodman is on the outs, so they might not miss him much if he were to disappear. I swear it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epside. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
You'd better keep walking. This is private property. Nah, I don't think so. Neon's got a ranger, and you ain't him. Do you now? Well, maybe we can let you through this once. You go in, talk to the man, and then you come right back out. Try anything stupid, and it's your funeral. Here, this will get you in.
I sold my sister's ship and told her it was...
Well now, always happy to have a visitor. Tell me, what brings you by, friend? Little light on credits, are you? It's awful kind of you to intervene on my behalf, but I think I have the matter well in hand. Thank you all the same for your concern.
What an absolute imbecile. He's clearly mocking us.
If you're attempting to appeal to my good nature, you're proceeding under a false premise. You see, in my line of work, it doesn't exactly pay to be. What's your stake in this anyway? If you think I'm afraid of some loudmouth deputy, you've got a lot to learn. Then offer me something I want, and I'll consider it. Well, that ain't wrong. Let's just calm down now. I know all about that. Got a point, I'll give you that. I suppose I could make an exception. It's just this once, you understand. Just promise me you'll keep my compassionate nature a secret. Folks might try to take...
I wasn't expecting to cliff dive today.
Go for it.